Good afternoon. No, I'm not at an art gallery. I'm at a really interesting point in the city, though, that has a lot of street art. I am out on the border of Brooklyn and Queens, where not only is the art scenic, but watching the subways roll in from afar is also something interesting to do. Where am I? I'm at the View on the border at Myrtle and Wyckoff Avenues in Brooklyn and Queens. Join me, Terry Dixon, for an adventure for anyone as we take a look at a really interesting station. And here it is out here in the middle of Queens. You can get there by taking the green from the train station down to the L and out. And where exactly is all of this? Well, this is a multi-level subway station. Back in 1889, when it was built, it was a train station, then it was elevated, then it was added to. By 1913, it became the M line up there, and it is 1 or 2 stories above ground up there with an amazing view all around it of both boroughs. Now later on, we will be looking at it. Downstairs, they added the L back in 1928, and it runs its course. Now, where does the M go? Well, the M, it comes out from Manhattan, and where it ends out here is in Middle Village. This is in the middle of Queens. They've got Juniper Valley Park out there, a lot of cemeteries. Hate to be morbid, but that's how it goes. It is a local place to visit. You're probably not going out there if you're a tourist. But what this subway station has when you're standing on top of it is these murals. They're amazing. They're all around. These are the main 2, but there's a few more. And this train station sits right on the border of Ridgewood, Queens, and Bushwick in Brooklyn. Now, I believe that the car wash side there is Queens. I think that the murals are on the Brooklyn side, but I am not positive. I cannot be sure about that. But this is a multi-level station, as I said. By the time they were done with it back in 1928, and as you can see, they're working on it again, as they are a lot of subway stations in New York. They had this top level where the M comes in, and you can see it approaching from either end, and it's got that curve coming in. It's just really kind of cool. Now, a lot of us, we take the subway and we don't stop to look around. We're going places, we're busy. Any New Yorker will tell you they got to get to work, they got to go to the grocery store on the way home, they got to pick up the kids. They don't really have time to stop and look around. But if you do take the time to look around, this is a pretty cool station with a pretty cool view. I had not planned to go there that day. I was just transferring, and then when I got off of the train, I looked at my little map that I keep on my phone, and I said, wow, this might be an interesting station, so I took the time to look around. I was actually on my way to Far Rockaway, and I'd taken the L just for fun. Here you can see another mural. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that's the Brooklyn side over there. But at any rate, you can stay all day. You can watch the trains come, watch the trains go. It is the M, like I said, on its way to Middle Village or on its way to Manhattan. Now, Manhattan's where that F and M switch took place. It's never been the F out here, so there's no confusion, folks. It's an M, always been an M. Don't worry about that. Now, like I said, you can connect here and you can go on over to Broadway Junction, and then you can catch a train out to Far Rockaway or the casino and places like that. So it's a good transfer spot for various things. It is accessible. It has elevators. It has some escalators. So if you have some mobility issues, this might be a train station that you can use, and that's always helpful. But after I thoroughly checked out that upstairs, I headed downstairs. Now here we have the upper platforms for the M. Then you have a mezzanine. Then you have the street level. Then you have the entrance to the L. And then you have the L. So this thing is about 5 different levels. There's paths all over between, the mezzanine, the stairs, the escalators, the platforms, and whatever. So, like I said, there's a lot of looking around that you can do in this subway station. Now, as you head down to the L, That's where you reach the escalators. There's also an elevator still. And if you thought you were done with the art, nope. Look up here in the ceiling. We still have mosaics going on with a little bit of mural painting as well up there. New York likes its art. It likes its glass tile windows. It really is where the artwork can be hidden in New York. So always enjoy that when you're in New York. But like I said, multiple levels here. There used to be bathrooms, but there are no longer bathrooms. So that's good to know. This is not a place to stop for that. Looking back to 1928, when these lower levels came into existence, there's some of the old tile work up there. And you are always seeing artwork in these subways. Like I said, it's absolutely everywhere. But we're making our way down, down, down to the L. And the L comes out, it starts over in Chelsea, and it goes all the way out to Jamaica Bay at Carnacy, I believe is what it's called. I'm probably butchering that. It is a residential center along Jamaica Bay out in Brooklyn. So you can see this is the underground part. They even have put in some of those, safety railings down there so people don't fall onto the subway tracks. And there you go. The L comes in down here. So M on top, mezzanine, street level, lots of buses outside too, and the L on the bottom. There's a lot of artwork all around. It's worth pausing to look at. It's out here in Queens on your way to either Jamaica Bay or up to Middle Village. You can take the green down to the L and get out there from the train station. And you can just kind of take your time and relax. There's lots of trains coming through. If you don't get on one, there will be another one in a minute. So they come, they go, and then you are on your way to wherever you may be headed. And in the meantime, you have yourself a little art show, especially up on those upper levels. So thank you for joining me today at Myrtle and Wyckoff Avenues. Have a good one.